One time I was traveling from Juhu to Bhaktivedanta Hospital, and from Bhaktivedanta Hospital back to Juhu. One driver was driving me back. So this sumo, it stopped in one signal, and somebody was passing, one boy passing in a bike, hit the window glass. No, not the window glass, what do you call that? Mirror. And then he went ahead and he stopped. Because whenever you stop in a signal, you will find the bike wallahs go like this, They go ahead. So when he hit it and went ahead, so the driver driving me, he got very offended. So he looked at that fellow and shouted, "Akal hai kya tumhara?" Like that he asked him. So that boy who was having all this helmet and everything, he removed the helmet and he turned around and looked at our driver very sharply, And then, so that boy became offended that this fellow is shouting, Kya bigada maine, What did I spoil? You are saying like this, and then the boy brought his bike little closer to our vehicle. And he was yelling. So, and the boy gave a gali, some gali he gave. And then this driver gave another gali back. So, then the boy brought his bike very close to the side of the window. And then he was telling the driver that, you're giving back and forth gali. ऐसा पिटाई करूंगा तुमको तुम उठ नहीं पाओगे. Like that he said, that fellow. And this driver was telling, ठीक है देखा जाएगा, आओ बाद में करो, देख अभी आज देख लेंगे कौन किसको पिटाई करेगा. Like that driver was saying. Anyway, the signal changed to green and all vehicles started moving. And the bike wall also took his bike, zoom, and he went away afterwards. So the driver turned to me and said, sorry, Prabhuji, I had to speak some bad words in front of sadhu like you. That's not proper, Dali was saying. Anyway, I kept mum, I didn't say anything. Then, when he stopped at the next signal, this fellow asked, what do you think, the way I dealt with that fellow, was it appropriate or not? He asked. Then I asked him, what do you think? I asked. So he said, no, that was the right dealing only, because if you don't deal strongly, then people think we are weak. People that think that anybody can dance on your head. So that was necessary. Unless somebody taunts people like this, they won't come to senses. Like that he was said. Then I said, okay, if that is your understanding, wonderful. Then I was working in laptop behind, sitting in the vehicle. Then he turned to me again and asked, लेकिन आपका मत क्या है? He asked me. Then I said, मत तो आपने खुद ही बोल दिया कि वो सही है, तो हमारा मत की बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? Asked. He said, नहीं आप ही बताइए धर्म क्या है? What is dharma in such situations? He asked. So then I told him, if you want to know dharma, then I can tell you. Then I closed my laptop and thought I'll tell him something valuable. So then I told him the one story which you all might have heard from me before, which is the story of the Ranganath temple, 2 elephants. Correct, no? So I told him the whole story. How many of you heard the story? Half of you heard the story. Only half have heard it. Huh? Yeah? Sir, you have not heard it? Really? Huh? Correct. See, in Ranganath temple, even today, you will find the elephant calls Ranga, and then the altar opens after that. So 2 temple elephants were taken for bathing in a holy pond. After the bathing, their bodies were dried up and big tilaks were put on their body and velvet cloth was put. And majestically they were dying, dong, and ringing the bell and moving their trunk. They were walking, coming towards the temple. That time there was one newly wedded pig couple, inside the gutter waters, dirty waters. So both husband and wife, they came out of the waters, their bodies dripping with stool and urine and all substances from the gutter, And the pig was thinking, I'm newly wedded, I have to show something to my wife. So the elephant came. Unexpectedly, suddenly the pig showed his two hands and said, are you ready for a stunt? He asked him. The elephant was taken aback. Suddenly somebody calling him for a stunt, and that too the pig, dirty pig. So elephant was sober. Elephant said, sorry, I am not prepared. I don't want to go for a stunt. So he said like that, and then elephant retracted little bit. And then he took little in the side, and then he started walking like this. And the pig's wife, she had a great laughter, and both pig also laughed. They both were like they're laughing, with their nose there, like this, and laughing. And the wife was telling, well done, great. I am happy that I have such a powerful husband. She was telling like this. And the husband also said, just see, everybody fears me, including the big size elephant also. Like that. And hearing this, the elephant's wife, she had an ego problem. She said to the husband, you fool, you have such a huge body, but you have no confidence. What is the use of your big body? Look at that fellow, he is so small and he is so confident. You are retracting from the fight. So the elephant said, you see, we are servants of Ranganath. So we are supposed to go and greet Lord Ranganath now in next 5-10 minutes. It's almost time for Mangalarti, 5 o'clock there. So I didn't want to get delayed because of this stunt. And besides that, he said, this fellow is a dirty fellow. He's coming out to the gutter waters, and we are just now neatly bathed, wearing tilak all over the body, and we are temple elephants. So it's not good for us to pick up fight with dirty fellows like this. So that's why I thought, let me not get into this quarrel, and I retracted back. So my wife heard it. She said, my Lord, you are such an exalted person. I never knew you are ideal follower of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, who did not want to have anything to give and take with Rup Narayan. They rejected Rup Narayan, and whatever certificate he wanted, he wrote and gave it. And they said, we don't want to waste our time. They said, okay, you are Digvijay Pandit. We also agree our defeat. So you are our ideal follower. So I am very happy. The wife said, I am proud of having a husband like you. Like that she said. Meantime, they both reached the temple. And they called out and the altar opened. Beautiful darshan, thousands of people singing the holy names. And both the husband and wife, elephant, they forgot the possible quarrel that might have happened with the pig. They had nothing to give and take with the pig now. They were in a spiritual world now. Fully. So I told this story to the driver. And by the time we reached the Juhu temple, and he stopped the vehicle and he said, oh, his face became thrilled, lit up. He said, Swamiji, he said, Prabhuji, I have understood a great lesson from your story. Thank you very much. He said, I asked, what is it? He said, I learned that because I am living in the temple and working for the temple, I am like a temple elephant. And that fellow boy who was giving gali, he is like a pig. So, if pig wants to fight, then temple elephant should not fight. So it was not good on my part to give gali back to him. That's the lesson I understood. He said, and henceforth I'll be careful. And I said, wonderful, you got a good lesson. So why to unnecessarily spoil our mouth, while dealing with people who speak gali, and we also, reciprocate back with their gali and all that. Then he said that, but if we don't give them a good lesson, then will that fellow not consider it a weakness on our part? He asked the question. Then I asked him, did he break your mirror? I asked him, of your sumo? He said, no. Did he at least cause a scratch? He said, no. He said, then what is the reason for you to want to take revenge against him? Then he thought very deeply. And then he said that actually now I am understanding why I was angry on him. I was not angry because he hit the mirror. I was angry because these fellows go like this in the bike and they get ahead of us. While big elephant-like vehicles like our sumo has to wait behind. So how many of you feel little irritated when somebody goes like this? Anybody while driving car, correct, no? Because they are taking ahead of you. Now you found out that's the reason I was having an ego problem. That he is going ahead. That's why I think my anger increased because of that. Because he was behind us and he went ahead of us now. Especially when the signal is showing red. Then I told him, see, sometimes our anger on others could be arising from our own false ego. Although there may not be any problem on their side also. I told him. And then I told him, कुछ नुकसान नहीं हुआ आपका गाड़ी का, फिर भी आपने गाली बोला उसको. That was not proper. Then I told him, चाणक्य says, then he told me, ठीक है प्रभु जी, अगर वो हमारे मिरर को तोड़ दिया, if you had broken our mirror, then was it proper for me that I got out of the vehicle, caught hold of his collar and gave do char tamacha? Was it proper? Then I told him, still it is not proper, I told him. Why? Because Chanakya says whenever you encounter somebody like this in some quarrel, first thing you should know is what is their Shakti, what is my Shakti. Make a comparison. Okay, you can catch him and beat him up, but what if he beats you up with 4 more people? What will happen? If he punches on your nose and it starts bleeding, or he takes a knife and stabs you, anything can happen. So before you beat up somebody, you should think what is their strength. People living in glass houses, can they throw stones on people who are passing by? People living in glass homes. Imagine your home is made of glass rooms. Can you throw stones on people? If you throw stone on somebody, but they will throw so many stones, your whole glass house will be broken. So like that I told him. Then he learned a good lesson. He said, yes. Then he said, so that means you are saying we have to be Trinadapi Sunichan, we have to be humble. Whatever anybody does, we have to go on. Then I told him, no. Narada Muni had one serpent disciple. One day Narada Muni saw him below a tree, completely bedridden, admitted in ICU, full of stitches all over his body. And Narada Muni asked, what happened to you? He said, because I became your initiated disciple, Narada, now everybody is now stoning me and I can't take any action. Because you have told me that I should be humble like a blade of grass. So I only became humble to everybody, and young small children are pelting me with stones. And look at my body now. And Narada said, okay, you get cured and come, I will tell you. So when he got completely cured and came to Narada told him, you see, whenever somebody attacks you, I never told you that you should not hiss. But you should not bite others. Biting others is exploitation. Hissing at others is self-defense. So that is allowed for you. Because you are a snake, you have the power. Why to get stoned by others? He said. So then I told him, Yudhishthira Maharaj always defended the Pandavas, but he never attacked Kauravas. You will never hear that. When the Kauravas were feeding poison to Bhima, they tried to burn Pandavas alive in Varanavat Lakshagraha. Correct? They drove them to jungle also. They tried to disturb their wife, Draupadi in the public. But in all the situations, show me one instance where Yudhishthira Maharaj hatched a plot to kill the Kauravas. Can you show? They only did defense, self-defense. So a devotee is allowed to protect oneself. The devotee is allowed to defend and protect oneself, but one should never harbor any malice towards anyone and try to attack them. You understand, no? So I told him, in your case, that fellow slightly hit your mirror and went. Not a big deal. It happens. Like today he committed a mistake. Another day he may talk on another vehicle also. To use gali and other things and aggravate a problem is not good. He was telling him like this. So we could give him many examples from Shastras where somebody was, given a hurting speech. Like for example, Suruchi hurting Dhruva. But Dhruva's mother told her that you should not hurt her back. Don't strike back at your mother. Better go to the forest and see Lord Vishnu. Because when you see Lord Vishnu face to face, he will supply you love of million mothers. And your heart will be so flooded with love for Krishna. So much so that your revengeful attitude will be finished, he said.